Welcome back to Let's Play Virtue's Last Award. Let's get out of this dang Gollum Bay and move on to the story. But first, we still need the secret file. So I had to look this one up because I don't think I would have gotten it. So, remember how we used the red glowy eyes to figure out Beacon of Hope? Well, for the other solution, we use the eyes that aren't glowing red. Yeah, I don't think I would have thought of that. So, REMINISCENCE. Reminiscence. So yep, that's the solution to the other puzzle. Yay, I can spell. I suspected as much. Good work, I'm impressed. What's our prize, I wonder? The screen's changed. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that secret file. What order were these in again? I had to double check. There we go. Secret file. And again, if you don't remember, I'm not going to be reading these right now because they got some spoilers in them. So we're not going to talk about them right now. Anyway, let's get out of this dang here room. We're done with these creepy robots. Guys, ready? Can open the door. Go ahead. I'm all set. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We found it. We found it, guys. Hey, hey.
Hold up, Governor.
Excuse me? Was that you, Luna?
No.
Then Alice?
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Then...
Oh yeah, that was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look! What is that?
Oh, blimey, that hurts.
Yeah? Uh-huh. Spike Chunsoft was like, alright. You know what this game really needs?
Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
It's a robot.
And it's talking. With an accent.
Can't help it, Flower.
That means Zero, or whoever made these, programmed that in. Like, that was a conscious choice someone made for this.
Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half. Now, Alice, darling, do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse? Why, that's right, cruel it is. You really think I asked for this? See, they figured they give us all a, what you call them, personality.
Hey, speaking in... I already used that joke earlier. Whatever. I'll do it again, because it's funny, and it's more fitting. I'm speaking in a language that's beyond a range of hearing language. Accent, whatever.
Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
I agree. So, what are you?
Cooper.
If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut.
Right you are, my old son, right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say? Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Gollum? Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore. They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The Golem of Myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different, though. The original blokes is spelt G-O-L-E-M, but me and me mates are G-A-U-L-E-M.
And that spelling changes all our properties. Makes us all different, whatnot.
That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine. The truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that, but I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Golem thing in there, you know, what with us being robots and
all. This section is very good. So, should I just call you Gollum?
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are Golems too.
The shot's even better. Just seeing him there in the center. That's good.
I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique. I figure that's as good a name as any.
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
Whoa.
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking a mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then.
Taking the
let's
Mickey
just use
Mouse
the
out of
last
me?
one, shall we?
G-O-L-M?
Gollum.
Come on, man. That's just Gollum.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah? I don't even know what to say in this part of the game. Alright, Gollum, you see Alice dying a little bit ago, right?
What? A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you called her darling. What I'm saying is you called her Alice. How'd you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna. I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
How?
You don't know? Well, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw. And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for Zero not to have cameras everywhere.
Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time. So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
Does that mean...
You're Zero Junior?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious? Oh, you gotta be off your box if you think I'm Young Master Zero. The Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place. My humble self...
Young Master,
knows
huh?
what the misfortune to be like me.
Arakawa?
I'm more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
So Golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite. I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Of course not.
Last time I checked, I don't.
Right you are, missus. You'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains. Well, we're like your arms or legs. The Golem's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body, which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Spot on. So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like boop, 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 and eventually my body picks them up. Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body.
I'm really having trouble thinking of stuff to say because this... You see what I have to deal with here? What could I say? Sure, I've got the funny little references and quips here and there, but like, come on. What is this? Come on.
That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running. That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us. I'm an independent core. Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what Golem stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
If that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. Arms' legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now.
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we? Curl on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes. That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, I think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea? When you turn a page in your book? Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy? Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy. That's how us golems and the young master get along. You got it all sorted now, chums?
Then you're saying that Zero Junior is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Why are we even having this conversation, by the way? What is all this accomplishing? Like, or like learning how golems and like body kind of work, but like...
Righto!
Again, what do I even say to all this? This just came right out of left field. Just throw in the robots.
Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
The bar of technology of 2028 or 2029 or whenever this game's taking place. Probably past New Year, based on what we've learned. A robot, how can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years. The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, love? Because you lot turned me on is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh yeah, the button on top of the safe.
Right you are, Governor.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me. I've got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too.
Shot again.
Of course, they ain't connected to a power. I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Can you see why I decided to end the last video before we left? How would I have worked that into anything? this whole video might as well be this one sequence, because, like, I see. So, you aren't going to answer my question.
Huh? What question is that?
I asked you how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got a bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? That's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart to flutter.
And kill a cat.
Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick. So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff.
Here we go.
Chinese room?
Without waiting for an answer, Colm launched to his explanation. Somewhere, a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that has a number of Chinese people outside the room to use to slide slips of paper to the girl. On the piece of paper, questions written naturally in Chinese. Fortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But then how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she's never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received and slip that answer back through the slot. We got a bunch of books there. Surely one of them might have some Chinese in it. Maybe. Once the Chinese question began to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself. Well, I can't read these at all. Whatever am I to do? I'm assuming, like, the robots... Like, is this from the robot's point of view? These are things that he's saying? I'm not going to do the accent the whole time. My throat will be in pain for weeks. It's that moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf was filled with thick books, but on examining them, she discovers they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. Called it. I wrote this game. They have no explanation of what anything means, but showed Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? Questions keep coming. More and more and more and more and more of them. She finds a set of characters that correspond to the set of characters on the paper and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. Haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they give her some twice-cooked pork. Speaking of food, I took a break between last feeding this when I got myself a nice ice cream treat, and now I'm feeling pretty dang good. Are you full? Yes, although I think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. Good for you. Cool dancer boyfriend. When was your first kiss? When I was 14, he was a grade ahead of me in school. What color of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? Beat the stuffing out of whoever sending me these questions with the pan you cooked that twice-cooked pork in. All these questions are written in Chinese. There was some very specific phrases in that Chinese book, huh? And the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books on the slips of paper with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway.
Yes?
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Can't say there is. This tickles me fancy, I guess. But the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Exactly, Sigma.
What?
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 Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them. You see? After all, far as they can tell, they're having a nice little chinway with one of their countrymen.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders? Or a robot feeling pain?
You thick? I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from this unpleasant predicament,
In
the main
zigzagged
sends out a
pants.
signal over the wireless. And my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing. It's the same, innit? Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, missy. You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot. Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh? What if, when someone asks you a
Electronic
question,
pony.
all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain? Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but as far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person.
Well, it's a breakfast cereal.
You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Okay. Good talk. Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, Governor.
Shut up, phone. I'm talking to a golem here. Anyway, why'd you stop us?
Ah, right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mite excited is all.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you, lot.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts at the moment, but I ain't really supposed to. Same thing for the rest of the blokes here.
Sorry. This shot is still really funny to me.
Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
Uh-oh.
Command violation. Rogue processes detected. Product ID GTMCMGOLM.
Uh-oh.
Executing emergency deactivation.
No! Aw, man.
Unit GTMCMGOLM. Now inactive. No
Got
other
too close to the
rogue
truth.
processes detected in additional golem platforms.
Curse you, Zero!
Returning to surveillance mode.
Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Dang it. Rest in peace, Golem.
Wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
Nice imitation. Right in the midi of what? Thanks, Sigma. In the middle of the street, our house.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Ah, dang it, Dio. Why you keep doing this?
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What the heck?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
Why would they do that?
We have to hurry.
Right, let's go. Well, enough of that. Jeez. Now let's get back to relatively normal stuff. How about? Jeez. Man, it's a shame that the robot shut down before we could get any of the others to come and see it. That's a dang old shame. Anyway. Dio? He pushed through the magenta door and ran to the warehouse. There stood Phi, Dio, and Kay. Hey! What the heck, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just a jerk?
Probably both. We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere. What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized.
An option is just weird to say, like grammatically.
In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Sure, Dio. Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
Yeah. He seemed a little off before he headed into the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
Yeah. Pretty bad, I'd say. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Heading to the crew quarters, perhaps. Oh. It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when... Whoa, hey guys.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone. We can't find him anywhere. When was the last time you saw him?
Look at Kay's face. I mean, it's like an expression right now with his hands up to his face. It's like the Home Alone face.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Quark being alone, and also probably Radical 7. Like, it's not a good thing.
We need to split up.
Also, Radical 6, I did the wrong number.
If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay.
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that. I guess we'll find out what Alice is doing later. Maybe. Crew quarters. Quark? You in here, buddy? Hey, Quark! Quark! Nope. Nope. We gotta open every single one. Yep. Yep. He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other two either. There's no one here.
Ken, Myoji, and Kay are in the lounge. Dio Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay, let's leave that to them and head to floor B.
Okie dokie. Jeez, this kid. Why'd he have to go and get himself infected? What was the kid thinking? Oh, do you think he's trying to talk to the golem, maybe? Oh, hey there, kid. You got infected with a disease, you did. Hey, governor. Went through the red door of Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah, so?
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
Yeah. Maybe Quark went there.
Fine. Follow me.
By the way, our room had a really weird talking robot. You should have seen him. Too bad he died forever. Pantry. Maybe he's just getting a snack. This is...
The pantry.
Pantry?
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta, too.
That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
You think? Whoa, just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 of your day. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 20.
Oh, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Oof. College really does things to a man, huh? Fine, whatever. So this place enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Look like this stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
Not yet, anyhow. You made him drink it to make sure it was safe?
I guess you could say that.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous?
No, I was careful with the food, too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
Hey, that sounds familiar. Oh, for God's sake. Why are you shouting about that? Let's find out next time, I guess. You know, fine, we'll go a tiny bit further. Whatever. That'd be a dumb cliffhanger. Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork.
What is it?
Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
Yeah, this really cool robot. This might seem hard to believe it.
Bullshit.
Oh, come on, at least let me tell you first. Alright. So, about this robot. I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door. I met a robot there named Golem. He told a very interesting story.
I see. So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said was, see you right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this is utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words...
Sigma,
Right in the middle of...
Fly! There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
What's going on?
Something bad. Something really bad.
Okay, now this is where the cliffhanger is. Yeah, we could have cliffhanged at the pork, or it could cliffhang here. I think this is a better cliffhanger. Oh, we'll find out what the really bad thing is next time. You can tell that I somewhat have a plan for these videos, but not enough of a plan, honestly. I'm kind of just winging it, really. Anyway, see you guys next time.